What's up, powerful people? My name is Eli. You can call me Super Kid, and I'm here to welcome you to part 28 of Disco Elysium here on Super Kid Plays. Powerful people, if you're excited for this episode, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell. Leave any comments you have for me in the comment section, and share this video with anyone you think might like it. Now, we must go talk to the disgusting Jabba the Hutt-esque Everard Clare, head of the Debardeurs Union here in Martinez. Will we get to meet his walrus-like brother, who apparently looks exactly like him and sounds exactly like him and is exactly like him? I hope not, but maybe.
Mr. Dubois, a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time, since you're already sat on that chair.
I'm looking into your shady brew. I don't know what that means, Harry. Shady brew. There are so many moving parts in my operation, I can't keep track of them all. You know what? Don't even tell me. Whatever it is, do it. Surprise me. He reconsiders. Just one thing. If you can make it even shadier. No. I'm not going to do anything you ask, ever, Everard. Ever again. I thought we would have something to discuss about the Titus... Or the Hardy Boys, sorry. The Hardy Boys. But you gotta stonewall me, man. You gotta act like you don't know what I'm coming here to talk to you about. It's very rude, Everard. Why is everybody always lying to me in this game? I get it, I'm a cop. But I'm not a bad dude. Am I? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Is Harry Dubois a bad guy or a good guy? Or is life not quite that simple? Probably a combination of all three. Ultimately, when you boil it all down. Let's head over here. We'll go through this area, I suppose. We're trying to get to the whirling kitchen. We gotta go through this place. Oh yeah, duh. I don't know why I was thinking this was a different spot. But I was, because I haven't memorized every door in this game goes. Now... What's up, mañana? Ooh, autosave. What up? What up? I want to talk to the cook. Wish I could go in the fucking summer door. But it's winter. Okay. Here we go. Dishes are drying. They smell of chemicals and pine trees. Oh shit, hell yeah. An aroma of spices, alcohol, and tomato hangs in the air. Nice. What up, dude? Gorsey Kubik. A thin man is smoking below an exhaust hood, occasionally sipping from his mug. This must be the Whirling's cook. As you step in, he nods towards the table and says something in a completely foreign language. The only words you can make out are Gorsey and Kubik. Hey, that's your name. It must be his name. Gorsey. Gorsey Kubik. Sounds representative. Maybe it's not his name. Hello, sir. Got time for a few questions? The man puts his cup down and replies something, his left hand drawing arcs in the air. Leo said you're friends with Mañana, is that true? The mention of Mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again. You got some impressive pots there. He smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn. What is in that borscht that you're making there? The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak. Yes. The man looks at you, then at the soup. His face lightens up. He picks up a bottle from the shelf. Brasks need more vodka. Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits, he nods. Clever move by the union. Of course, vodka. Now that it makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up, and then ask for some yourself. Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. This place is a powder keg. Yes, nod and turn your fingers clockwise. Turn the vodka up. Nice. He smiles, nodding vigorously, then pours half a bottle of the vodka into the pot. With a whistle, he stirs the brew. Gorsey, could I have some of that brew? He smiles and nods enthusiastically, and, chattering away in his language, ladles some brew into a small thermal cup, then hands it to you. I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. Okay. Weird thing to say. You see a heavy steel door with a prominent dimple lock. It's painted blue. Touch the door. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The stainless steel is door flush with its frame on every side. Old cobalt paint, rough on the fingers. 40, 50 years since this was painted, maybe? Try to push on the door. The door does not budge. I wonder where this door leads. You do? The lieutenant regards you with patient skepticism. It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? I'm drawn to its cobalt blue. It is quite pretty. I suppose we could look into it as a side investigation. Yes, a mini side investigation. Nice. Secret passages. He looks at you, then at the door. Gart is the person to ask about this, the cafeteria manager. You are totally right about that. Oh, let's check out the Elky Hole. Damn. Oh, wow. Very, very interesting stuff. Okay. Gart. Speak to me. You miserable fuck.
Can I help you?
Gart, I saw another thing at the whirling. Another thing. Great. I love those. So the phone line is dead? Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. He shakes his head and adds, losers. That's pretty strange. It's not strange, it's inconvenient. Is it true that there was foul play? He wrinkles his nose. Who told you that? I would never disclose my sources. That would be dishonorable. Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers. If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill. There's a mysterious blue steel door in the back of the kitchen. Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door, he shrugs. Do you know what's behind it? Do you have... No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get in there, and I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just the Frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust. Junk and dust. He runs his finger across the counter to check for dirt. He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing. I think you'd like to know what's back there. Fine, okay, a little, he shrugs, but my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. This dude's always dropping how many cafeterias he runs. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals, and I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. No, I'm good. What's up, Lina?
Oh, hello, dear. I didn't notice you at first.
She smiles up at you distractedly. What is this expedition your husband was on? Just some field work, sweetie. Morrell is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant, Gary, are studying an extremely rare species of insect. But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast, across the waterlock, to set a few traps. He said they'd be back on Monday. She sighs. What could be keeping them? The waterlock, that was broken. Could this be it? Wait, who's this Gary person? Do you trust him? She smiles. Oh, sweetie, it's nothing like that. Gary's as loyal as they come. I'd trust him with my husband's life any day. The waterlock on the other side of the coast is broken. They're probably just stuck over there. Oh my, what happened to the waterlock? Probably just some technical problem. Well, whatever the cause, I'm thankful. She turns to the lieutenant. To both of you. You've spared me another sleepless night. You're welcome, ma'am. She turns back to you. I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to the other side of the coast, please do keep an eye out for my husband. Of course I will. And if you see him, let him know Lina is waiting for him here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the waterlock's been repaired, and it's cold out there. If I see him, I'll let him know that you're here when or if I get there. Oh, you're such a dear. Thank you, sweetie. So your husband is some kind of scientist? Oh, yes, she says with a pinch of pride. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise. What is cryptozoology? It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends. The lieutenant sounds unimpressed. Hey, man. That's one opinion, yes, and people are entitled to their opinions. She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her. Well, of course. My apologies, ma'am. I didn't mean to undermine your hobby. It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research. Yeah, Kim. The fuck? Tell me more about Morrell. Looks, character, your relationship. Oh dear, I'm not sure where to begin. What does your husband look like? Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, and his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle. That's good enough. Wait, let's try again. If I were trying to meet him on the street, what would I look for? Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame. And he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed, you might say wild even. The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description. Thanks, Kim. One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case. How long have you been married? We'll be celebrating our 16th anniversary this autumn. Her smile is soft. Not the most numerically satisfying anniversary, but I like the less obvious milestones even more somehow. How did the two of you meet? Via a dating agency, I'm ashamed to say. I was looking to get back into the scene after recovering from my accident, and he just divorced. We hit it off, and, well, here we are. Except not really, only you. She smiles wistfully. She's skipping over some important parts. Perhaps you'll find out more later. I think I have all the information I need. Let's move on. Hopefully I've been useful. Oh, you always are. Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is looking for. Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating, she catches herself. But I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae. Minutiae. The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance. No, I want to hear about the insect. Well, she hesitates. It's a phasmid, technically, but where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. She looks you in the eye and nods thoughtfully, hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers. There's a touch of awe in the way she enunciates the creature's name. I knew it, the lieutenant sighs. We're going to be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists. It's not made up, officer, I can assure you. It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all. What makes you think the plasmid is around here? The phasmid, sorry. Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping. Interesting. Maybe the phasmid made the teenagers make out. Maybe the phasmid made them make out. She laughs. I doubt it. It's not like teenagers need much encouragement in that regard. True. So a newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have? Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at. Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses. You seem really excited about this cryptid. I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses. So, is it dangerous? She chuckles to herself. Not at all. Why would it hide itself so Why else would it hide itself so carefully? Good call. Is it valuable? Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie. Does it have any cool powers? Yes, it can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. Her face lights up at the thought of it. It's how it's stayed hidden all these years, centuries even. Okay, what's so special about this stick bug then? Oh dear, I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special. The woman's face flushes with embarrassment. Oh, I'm not trying to embarrass you. Morrill can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure. I don't know if you've noticed this about me, but actually I have lost all my memory of the world and myself, and I have no idea what I'm doing. She frowns, looking you over. Surely things can't be that bad. I hope you're right. I hope it's not too bad. You know where we are, right? We're in the Whirling and Rags cafeteria. That's right. And where is the Whirling itself located? In Revachol? Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. Okay. Yes, and Revachol? She examines you. Honestly, I don't really know anything about Revachol. Her gray eyes widen. Oh my. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, although it has seen better days. There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost. Speaking of history, you know what year it is? Yes? It's the spring of 51. That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded. Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders. Outside, spring rain seeps into the cracks in the walls and the cobblestone streets and into grated storm drains, all the way down into the sewers, and above ground, the first May bells blossom. I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Oh, God. There's so many. Some kind of democracy, maybe? I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat. That's something else. Something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners, and women. I would say some kind of democracy, maybe? Nope, sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is, she thinks, market-driven. If there's no government, how come there are cops? Oh dear, she shakes her head, suddenly very worried. And you were doing so well. There aren't really any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone. She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged. So, how did I do? You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things, history and places, remembering reality in a word. It's very odd. A sigh, the lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook. But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. This world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary. So I wouldn't worry too much. She means this sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good. Who could tell me more? Someone more educated in sweeping matters? Maybe you should ask. She turns to the lieutenant. No, he looks away. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a police officer. Look, man, you're my fucking partner. Of course, she turns to you. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe. Wealthy people are educated, though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez. But thank you, sweetie. You did make me forget about my worries for a while. She smiles up at you, but concern is creeping back into her expression. Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids. There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask. Hey, Lina, I'd like to hear about some of the cryptids you've studied. Could you just tell me about a couple of them? Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too. The lieutenant throws you one of his looks. One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some cryptid extravaganza. Okay, Kim, just one little cryptid, promise. He nods and assumes a waiting posture. Cryptids. Let's hear about all the interesting cryptids. Whoa, tough choice there. Is this a cryptid on the pen you gave me? Yes. It's the kind Green Ape. Half war story, half undiscovered species in the genus Homo. War story? Yes, it was reported by the soldiers in South Safra during the war. The kind Green Ape would visit bunkers during the night, healing wounded soldiers with its saliva. Wow, with its saliva? Yes, it has amazing healing qualities. Some soldiers reported growing back limbs or gaining their sight. Ooh, the timer's almost up. I'm going to cancel it. And there was something about an undiscovered subspecies of man? Indeed there is. It's our closest relative among the cryptids. Same taxonomic family, different genus. Which is to say, the kind Green Ape is a species with which we share a common ancestor, and that evolved parallel to our own. Just like your partners. Really? Is that what they say? I'm pretty sure Kim is the same species as us. To suggest otherwise is stupid. The lieutenant looks at you, pleasantly surprised. Oh no, I didn't mean to imply that Seolites are inferior to us. In many ways, she turns to the lieutenant, you are superior. For example, your earwax doesn't have a foul odor like ours does. A tremendous evolutionary advantage, I'm sure. But perhaps we've had enough speculative biology for today. I think he's right. This has been educational. Sadly, we need to discuss something else. Of course, dear. That's all for now, ma'am. So that was a pretty weird thing she said there. But, we did get some good info. We got the Borщ, so that's kind of cool. And we found the door, but we don't know how to get in, and we know that there are secret passages beneath the whirling and rags, which is pretty cool. Powerful people, I hope you enjoyed that episode. If you did, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, leave any comments you have for me in the comments section, and share this video with anybody you think might like it. Until next time, powerful people, my name is Eli. You can call me Super Kid. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe. Peace and love.